Hello everyone, in this lecture we are going to discuss the IC 8253 and 8254. So in programming the 8085, we have seen that a delay subroutine can be used to introduce a predefined time delay, and this delay is achieved by decrementing a count value in a register using appropriate instructions. But the disadvantage of this software is that processor is locked in delay loop and processor time is lost in counting. So this can be overcome by using a hardware timer and interrupts. So Intel has designed two programmable timer devices, IC8253 and IC8254. These devices can be programmed to generate different types of time delay signals and also count external signals. Now we are going to discuss some of the features of IC8253. So timer ICs 8253 and 8254 can be operated at different frequencies. Means that the 8254 can be operated at a frequency up to 8 megahertz, and whereas the 8253 can be operated only up to the maximum frequency of 2.6 megahertz. In the features of IC8253, we have three down counters, three 16-bit down counters, which are called channels, 6 different programmable operating modes. The third is generation of accurate time delay. The fourth is timer or counter operation. The fifth is counting in binary or BCD. The sixth is capability to interrupt the processor. Now I am going to tell you about some of the pin details of 8253. So in the counter we have basically three pins. In which the two pins are input pins called as clock and the gate, and the third one is output pin. Each counter has two pins, the clock and the gate for input and the pin out for output. The control input line gate is used to start or stop the counting operation. The out signal from each counter can be used to indicate the completion of required counting or timing operation and also to interrupt the processor. And we have a CS, which I have told you as already that it is for chip selection purpose. In addition, the 8253 requires two address lines A0 and A1 to be issued from the 8085 hardware. These address lines are used to select one of the four registers, three counters and one control register, and it performs operation in such a way that for 00 it selects the counter 0, for 01 it selects the counter 1, for 10 it selects the counter 2, and for the 11 it is a control register. We have the read and write active low signals for writing and reading into the 8253 registers. We would be discussing the operating modes and the control words of IC8253. So the complete operation of the 8253 is programmed by the system software or the programmer. A set of control words must be sent out by the programmer to initialize each counter of the 8253. These control words program the mode, loading sequence and mode of counting, that is either binary or BCD. Then the programmer initializes one of the counters of the 8253 with the desired quantity, and then the 8253 will work according to our needs. So the normal procedure for software control of the 8253 is following four main steps. First, write the control word into the control register of the 8253 for each counter used. Second, write the initial count value into the count register. The third one is apply clock pulses to the counter, and the fourth one is check for the desired count value, the input signal from the counter, or check for the hardware signal out from the counter. After checking for the required time delay, execute the next operation. Now I would be discussing the control word format of the IC8253. So in control word format, as we all know that basically we have the 8 bits, so that is from D0 to D7. The bit D0 is used for the binary counter or for the BCD counter. If it is set as 0, then it is used as a binary, and if it is set as 1, then it is used as a BCD. The next 3 bits, that is D1, D2 and D3, are none other than the mode selection bits, which are labeled again as M0, M1 and M2. If 000 is selected, then it selects the mode 0. If 001, then mode 1. Cross 10, cross indicates the don't care. Then it selects the mode 2. Cross 11, then it selects the mode 3. 100, it selects the mode 4, and if set as 101, then it selects the mode 5. The next 2 bits, the D4 and D5, are the read and load option. Means whether the count value is given is in the form of 8-bit or 16-bit. Like in our explanation, we will be using the 8-bit count value, so I would be using as 01. Basically I am telling you that for knowledge, just for knowledge, that 00 is for latch count, 01 is for load ls byte only, the 10 is for load ms byte only, and 11 is the like load lsb and then msb. The last 2 bit, that is Z6 and D7, are used for selecting the counters. We know that we have 3 counters, so 00 is for counter 0, 01 is for counter 1, and 10 is for counter 2, and the last 11 is illegal. Now in 8253 we have 6 operating modes of the timer IC 8253. The all 6 operating modes are like mode 0, interrupt on terminal count, mode 1 hardware triggered one shot, mode 2 rate generator, mode 3 square wave generator, mode 4 software triggered stroke, and the mode 5 last one is hardware. So starting with mode 0, that is interrupt on terminal count. It has got interrupt on terminal count its name as because the counter is used to issue an output after counting up to the pre-initialized value. The initial count value is loaded into the counter and gets decremented every clock pulse. The gate signal input also controls the counting operation. The output line out is made high from low when the count value becomes 0. The out signal becomes low when the counter is loaded with the next count value. So as we can see that the right bar is used for writing the two things, the control word and the count 004. We have written control word as 11 by the control word format as what I have told just before few minutes. So in that way the control word is equals to 11 has been written. The clock pulses are given as a way they use in a way the gate is made low from high to start the counting process, and the output signal is basically, as I told, that it becomes low when the counter is loaded with the next count value, or when the count value becomes 0 it is made high from low. So it would be counting 04, 03, 02, 01 and 00, and will be remain in low, and when it has reached its 00 value then it comes high. The case 2 which needs to be discussed is that gate is disabled before terminal count. Like as we know that the gate is a hardware thing which we used to give externally. So if we disable it before the terminal count is reached, means during its counting operation, so what would happen? So in mode 0, if gate is disabled, then it would resume its counting up to where it has counted the last time. Like it has started from 04, then it decremented to 03, then the 03 will be continued till the time the gate is low, and as soon as the gate becomes high again, the count value will be start again decrementing from 0 to 01 and up to the 00. Now the case 3 is if new count value is loaded before terminal count, then what will happen? So likewise I have drawn the right bar with control word equals to 11, the count equals to 04, and if the counter is not decremented up to the 0 and new count value 03 has been loaded again. So in this process what will happen is that if counter started to decrement its value from 04 to 03 and 02, and if it gets a new count value, then it will not means resume its counting from where it is left. It will start counting the new value, means it will start decrementing the new value, that is from 03, 02, 01 and 00. Now we will be discussing the next mode, that is programmable one shot. It has got its name programmable one shot as because it will not be starting it the mode 1 is similar to mode 0 but has a minor difference. The similarity between the modes is that the output becomes low while counting down and becomes high once the count value reaches 0, as I have told you in mode 0. The first difference between the mode 0 and mode 1 is that the mode 1, the counting is started or triggered whenever the gate input becomes high. The means the count value will not the counting of the gate, the counting will not be started if the gate pulse is not given, that if it is not made from high to low once, then the counting will not be started, and if it's once made, then the output we will get the output as required, like 04, 03, 02, 01 and 00. The case 2 is gate is repulsed before terminal count, as I discussed before. So if in this case, if in mode 2 if gate is repulsed before the terminal count, then and the counter is started to decrement like 040302, then it will restart the counting because the gate has been repulsed again. So it will be counting 04030201 and 00. The last case is same as rate generator or the pulse generator. In this mode, the output signal becomes high once the counting starts. The output becomes low only during the last clock cycle of the count. After this, the count becomes 0. Then the count value is reloaded and decremented every clock pulse. As only one low pulse is generated during the entire count cycle, this mode is called rate generator or frequency divider. The divided output frequency is given by the following formula. Output frequency is equals to input clock frequency upon count value loaded. This mode is commonly used to generate a real-time clock interrupt. The output can be used as an interrupt signal to interrupt the processor during every output period of the counter. The gate input in this mode acts as a reset input. If it becomes 0, counting is disabled. When it becomes 1, the count value is reloaded and counting starts again. As this can be seen by the normal operation, and the gate is disabled before terminal count on the screen. The mode 3 is square wave generator. The operation of modes 3 and 2 are similar, except that the output is a square wave with equal low and high periods in mode 3. If the count value is loaded with n, if n is an even number, then the output will be low for n by 2 clock periods and high for n by 2 clock periods. But if n, the count value which we selected, is odd, then the output will be high for n plus 1 by 2 clock periods and will be low for n minus 1 by 2 clock periods. And its operation can be seen on the screen. The fourth one is the software triggered strobe. In mode 4, the down counting in the counter is initiated by writing the count value in the counter. The output will be low during the last clock period of every count cycle. The gate input controls the counting and will reinitialize the count value. As we can see that after counting up to the required value, after reaching a terminal count, once the gate pulse has been once the output is low and it is for just one clock cycle, and it is again high, and if gate is disabled before terminal count, then it will resume its counting when the gate is again reaches to high. So the last mode now we will be discussing is the hardware triggered strobe. It is similar to the software triggered strobe, with the difference that the counting is triggered by the gate input signal and not by writing of the count value by the software. Means if we will not give the gate input signal externally through the hardware, then the counting will not be started. So it is known as hardware triggered strobe, and the rest of the operation is of hardware triggered strobe. Mode 5 is same as the mode 4, that is software triggered strobe. Thank you.